A dazzling facility located here in the heart of Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, there's an NFC fighting store between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And we're underway in Atlanta. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action in this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Crazy.
Right to the air with May. Oh, it's intercepted. What a start. And the Falcons have an early opportunity after the interception on the game's first series. Oh, baby, this stadium was already loud to start this game, Brock, but that play, it's in an absolute uproar now.
And the one thing you want to do as an opposing team is quiet the crowd, especially as a quarterback. It's your job to quiet that home crowd, but an interception, well, it does nothing but add fuel to the fire. A fever pitch now as the offense takes the field, looking for an early lead.
Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with a penalty. So we jump too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty.
19 tight, 70 range,
Back to throw. Here's Milton. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to follow up the penalty with a 4-yard gain, make it 2nd and a yard.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Offense with an enviable spot to be in, 2nd and inches.
Let's go now. Pass the 60, go.
First carry now, this is Bashal Tootin. Manages a gain of 3 there. And that's a Falcon first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, kid, if you want to take your shots. Some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Get it. 18, right here. Panther 11. 19, Lion.
They'll work against the blitz. He brings it in. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons parlay the interception into points. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
Certainly what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
This one is up and good. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Here's the pistol snap to May. Flushed out of the pocket. Grabbed by Kyle Pitts. They'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. It's like you always say, right back to work for him, getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
They weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game, and you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
To the air on 1st down, May. Locates Adonai Mitchell. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
1st down now, ball at the 33. Here's May again. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Falcons take over at the 30. So their second drive ends just the way their first one did, Brock. And if you are the coach down there, man, you've got to be fuming.
Yeah, so frustrated, right? 2 drives in, you still can't get your game plan at all. Not a series you're going to keep ending prematurely. You don't want to be playing behind schedule right from the start of the game, which is exactly where they found themselves.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Maxine 96, Buffalo 18. Ready.
Here's Milton, 1st and 10. That's caught by Elijah Arroyo. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it. Scripting
for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Milton. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Travis Hunter reels in the pick. First call here coming from the shotgun. Back to work after throwing the pick. Hits him downfield. This is Thomas. The stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. 1st down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. May on 1st and 10. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Quick throw completed by May. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They've got 1st down here from the 36.
1st down, Saints.
Throwing again, it's May. He finds Pacheco out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. To the air yet again, May. Short pass brought in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field. With your route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints tie this game 7-7.
Set to kick off.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. On the return, here comes Rivers. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 19-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let go.
And off to Tootin. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a pick up of 33 yards. And that is good enough for Atlanta 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They've got a first to begin the fray.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Rig alert, rig alert. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Panther 60, Panther 60. 79 Broncos.
Out of the gun, it's Milton. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Well, we all remember they were able to turn that first interception into a touchdown, and now they get a chance to do it again.
Yeah, takeaways are A1. We know that. Takeaways, that often leads to huge results for your team.
First down, May escapes the pocket. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. So that brings up 2nd down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Hey, what's up? Hey, come on with me. Hey, come with me, come with me.
Back to the air, it's May. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Slot man's in motion right. Here's May on 1st and 10. He beams one deep right side. And he's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints parlay the interception into points. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. When you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Set to kick off.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Rivers. Escapes a defender. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Buffalo 18. Come on, come on. Hey. Hop 70. Hop, go.
Off the play fake. Here's Milton. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. Gain of 26 yards there. And that's a Falcon first down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Mustang 19. Ready?
Shotgun snap here to Milton. This is brought in at the 15. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Riggs, Cup 19, Cup 19, 7 Pirates.
From the red zone on 1st. This is thrown towards a defender instead. Man, he's the one who makes a play on the football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Ready up.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. Just can't finish the play.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Bronco leading. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready.
Milton now on 3rd down. Makes the catch. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard. The Saints calling for a timeout, so they're first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. They're going for this, thinking touchdown, obviously, but they could also get a 1st down.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready, ready.
He'll go quickly to the right. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons tie things up at 14.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. First and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out.
Crazy! Crazy! Five. Here!
Operating from the gun, here's May. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Oh, brother, it's another interception. To take possession in enemy territory as that return gets him across midfield.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the third interception, man, he is killing his team.
Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Now that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of him.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Cougar 19! Buffalo 18! Check! Panther 11!
Milton out of the pistol here. Dive in, and he gets his hands underneath for the catch. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
60 Eagles! 60!
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch. But then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
70 Rangers!
Milton going to throw again here, 2nd and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
19!
And the Falcons
Dragon 60!
first down.
18
and 10
Cardinal,
at the
18 Cardinal.
18-yard line.
79 Broncos! 60 Maverick! Warriors 70!
From the red zone now. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7.
Saints 14.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. And they're going to spot the ball up to the 35 to begin this drive. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Here's May to the air. Fits it through the middle. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stuff came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And they're going to keep moving forward, brought down inside the opposing 30. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Danger, King. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
All set now. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. And down he goes. The Falcons defense gets hit on. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
It's crazy. Crazy. 5. Hey, go. Crazy.
May now from the gun. Completed to his running back. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Falcons bringing out an extra defensive back for 3rd down. Here's the pistol snap to May. That one complete to Pitts. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints earn the chance to tie before halftime. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Saints tie this game at 21. After tying this game up, they're all set to center away. On the return, here comes Rivers. Oh, he eats a hit to bring it into that, right near the 25-yard line. Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line.
Let's go now.
Here's Milton, 1st and 10. He lofts one deep, center of the field. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Intended target, Dante Thornton Jr. So it's 2nd down coming up.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready. 18 Cardinal. Dragon 60, 19 Lion. Ready.
He's back to throw. And he's going to try another deep one here. That's grabbed inside the 30. And they're going to have it all the way down near the 25. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our 2nd half. Jukes away from one. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
Hey, we're dead even here through 2 quarters, and you know exactly what that means. That means both coaching staffs emphasize coming out strong here to begin the second half. Well, that return puts you in great position to do so and maybe even take control of this game.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. This is going to be down to, it looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. It's a 29-yard gain, and that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
Got it. Ready?
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
7 Pirates, 7, come on, 60 Mavericks, 60 Panthers, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Milton. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Dante Thornton Jr., and now it's second down.
Second and 10.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Again to throw on second. Short pass brought in, and he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Coming to the line for another first and 10.
Here we go. Check smash, 60 by trap 60, trap 60.
To throw, Milton. No, they get him yet again. Andrew Cooper takes it away. Well, Brock, it was an absolute battle in the first half as they played to a tie, heading into the locker rooms. And already we have the first big play of half number 2 with that INT.
Yeah, not just the first big play, but maybe the first separating play here, Kate. There's always a moment in the second half, especially where one of these teams makes the play, right? That one that we're going to circle and look back to as the defining play of the half. We may just have witnessed it right there.
May on first and 10. Gets him downfield. This is Thomas. And no yak this time. They got on him quickly down at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a Saints first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10 from the 32. May looking to throw. Completes another one to Thomas. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Second and 3 now. May now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Unable to find Adonai Mitchell with that one. And that leaves him with third and short.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Crazy.
Again, it's May. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to fourth down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. before he can get anything on that return.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ridge. Panther 11, Panther 11. Pioneer.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Escapes the pocket. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Saints are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
We're watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to it. A return like that, think about it. That's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run, Pacheco. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Second and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Pacheco again. And his defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Back-to-back stands at the goal line. And now it's 3rd and goal.
That result right there probably takes the run out of the picture on 3rd and goal. But maybe it doesn't. Maybe this offense is looking at this at 4-down territory. This is where the fascinating mind games go.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal. May. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now they're left with 4th and goal. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Rivers. And they get to him before he can amount to much, just beyond that 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Rocco 80. Cup 19, Cup 9, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Has a man on target to Thornton. A lot of space ahead. Hits the 20. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons take the lead on the first play of the drive. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Okay, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
First and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. Here's May. Here's a screen set up for Pacheco. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4.
Crazy. Five.
Made a throw it. Got a man downfield. This is Neighbors. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans. New set of downs for him from the 31.
First down, Saints.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Saints' ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. This is second and 6 coming up.
Crazy.
Operating from the gun, here's May. Finds Pacheco out of the backfield. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
And I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers, toss them with tight ends, but when you get that in...
Oh, he lost the football! But I believe the Saints got this one back. Yep, someone lands on top of that one. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up second and 9. Ooh, let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm going to imagine his heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
Yep, and it wasn't just a ball he dropped there. It was at least 3 points, too. But fortunately, that ball stays with him in the red zone. And now I'm really curious. It's one of those moments, Kate, where they put the ball back in his hands, trust him again to hold on to it, and maybe go get that touchdown you know he so badly wants.
Into the end zone, but not brought in. He falls incomplete. And will bring up third down.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, you've got a great chance to win.
Five.
May now on third down. Thinking touchdown, but they will not get it. That's incomplete. So maybe worse, Brock. It's going to bring up fourth down. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they've made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it. I bet you, Kate, if we were down there right in his mind, as that ball sailed good through the uprights, his mind was already thinking about the next one. If this score holds and he gets another opportunity, well, the game could be on the line with that one.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. On the return, here comes Rivers. And he's out a little short of the 30.
First down, 10. At their own 49-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10.
70 Ranger. Here we go. Set. Ready.
Milton out of the pistol here. He throws a bullet to the center. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. A nice 6-yard pickup there on first down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's a pickup of 6.
19 Tiger.
And 4.
70 Timberwolf.
Line up the design keeper. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the game they did.
70. After 60.
In by Arroyo on the right side. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line.
4-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's a design run. And he won't challenge for the goal line. It's a stop made at the 4. Working quickly here.
Josiah Stewart on the stop.
65.
1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Lions.
That one's out and cut on the right side. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons grow the lead to 7. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. On the move, headed right. And he gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. That puts them in a much better spot now. Up 7 here in the 4th. Well, Brock, they wanted the 2-score lead, and they got it. And now, I think it becomes a little bit easier to defend the lead in this second half.
It does. You know you're not such in a fragile situation. You got a little bit of cushion, but that attention to detail. Defensively, you cannot step off the gas. You cannot lose focus, but you sure do love looking up at that scoreboard and seeing a 2-possession lead.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Quick throw completed by May. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. Here's May on 1st and 10. He's going to push one deep down the right. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. You've got 2nd down.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Hey, what's up? Crazy.
Second and 10. Here's May. He's trying to go deep again. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right in the double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Right on the doorstep now. Here's 1st and goal from inside the 1. Throwing again, it's May. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. Right on the edge of the goal line for first and goal, and I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a first down pass play can, and certainly was effective.
Point after, up and good by Fairbairn. And the Saints cut the lead down to just 2.
36. Saints 34. Fairbairn set to kick off.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is first and 10.
Let's go now. Huh. Hey, check this.
Inside give here for Tootin. Going to defender. We've got a foot race. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's a Falcon first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Throwing to the back of the end zone. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Cut 19, 18, Rodler, 18, 30.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, it hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
He'll look to throw it. And we put everything he's got behind it. It's on target to Williams. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons go up by 8 at the end.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
So this would potentially ice the game right here. They're going for 2 and trying to make it a 2-possession game. Back to throw. And he's going to get into the end zone. That extends their lead to 10 points. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored a touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
First and 10, Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. May now from the gun. Connects on the crosser. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. May on 1st and 10. Trying to push deep downfield. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw, swatted away by the defense.
Okay, that is such a great job defensively. You get these 5 wide sets, there is so much speed to cover, so much complexity to handle. The defense, they ace the test.
The clock has fallen into its final minutes. Here comes 2nd and 10.
Hey, what's up? Here.
Back to the air. It's May. They just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that's really one of the only things this offense couldn't afford to see happen, Brock. It's 4th and long. Now they send them back in motion right. Desperation time here on 4th. Throw caught by his running back. Breaks through and breaks away. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. And the timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ballgame.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Right hand.
First down, May. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he is in for the touchdown. Still unlikely, Brock, but it's not entirely over just yet with this score.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single high or 2 high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Here he goes, one final shot. It's intercepted. That will do it.
Falcons 44, Saints 40. Fairbairn set to kick off.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, here comes Rivers. He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down, Brock, and that brings this ball game to a close. So the Falcons defend their building and take the win at home.